Micromax has been creating a name for itself here in India, mainly due to providing a range of phones that can be classified as value for money. But then again, even the most ardent Micromax supporter would be hard-pressed to call any Micromax phone beautiful. Value for money? Yes. Beautiful? Not really. This is the image that Micromax aims to change with the Canvas Knight. So can the Canvas Knight be a premium looking device while still remaining true to Micromax's value for money ideal? Let's find out. Before we do, if this is your first time here or in case you've plain old forgotten, my name's Ash and you're watching C4E Tech. Let's get started. The Canvas Knight is a beautiful device, no doubt about it. It's got glass on the back with metal on the sides. While that might remind you of a certain waterproof phone, it doesn't change the fact that the Canvas Knight feels premium in hand. It is also worth noting that the Canvas Knight supports dual microSIM cards, is just 7.7mm thick and weighs in at 154 grams, which is pretty light for a phone not made out of plastic. The buttons, which are also made out of metal, feel well built and are tactile. To the front, we have a LED notification light, earpiece, sensors and an 8-megapixel camera. Lower below, a 5-inch Full HD display, and at the bottom, the capacitive menu, home and back keys. Talking about the display, the 5-inch Full HD IPS display on the Canvas Knight gives it a pixel density of 441 pixels per inch. This is on par with most flagship phones. The display is excellent, better than what we've been used to on any Micromax phone so far. It's rich, vibrant and offers excellent viewing angles. Now while that's great, in the past year we've seen many smartphones come out with Full HD displays that have struggled, mainly because the MediaTek chipset inside just couldn't push all those pixels. The Gionee eLife E6, Spice Pinnacle FHD, why even Micromax's own Canvas Turbo. The chipset just couldn't handle all those pixels, and that was something even Hugh Jackman couldn't fix. But this time around, the Canvas Knight is powered by the newest MediaTek chipset, the MTK6592T True Octa-core. This houses 8 Cortex-A7 cores clocked at 2 GHz each, coupled with a Mali 450 GPU and 2 gigs of RAM. Performance is good. It benchmarks well, and real-time usage like say gaming is also fantastic. We actually have a separate video in case you guys want to see the Knight's gaming performance in more detail. I'll leave a direct link to that video right below the like button in the description. And the audio quality via both the internal speakers as well as the included earphones is pretty good. All this is powered by a 2350 mAh battery that looked to be a letdown on paper at least. 8 cores clocked all the way up to 2 GHz, powered by a seemingly puny battery, didn't really inspire a lot of confidence, but surprisingly it performed above expectations. On a looping video playback tests, the Canvas Knight managed to run an HD video on a loop for a little over 7 hours before finally running out of juice. Well, that's definitely not great, not by any stretch of the imagination. You should be able to get through a workday with moderate usage on a single charge. The internal storage is 32 gigs and sadly there's no room for expansion here. The 32 GB storage is split into two. 1.5 gigs free for applications and 25 gigs for mass storage. Don't worry, most apps and games install only a very small part onto the applications partition and the rest onto the internal SD card, so that shouldn't really be a problem. And on top of that, the Canvas Knight also supports USB OTG, so you can plug in a flash drive or even a wireless mouse and keyboard. As far as software is concerned, the Canvas Knight runs on an almost stock version of Android 4.2.2 with a few Micromax apps preloaded. Apps like BlackBerry Messenger, mLive, mVault and mSecurity are all there to stay whether you like it or not. A few demo versions of popular games like Where's My Water have also been preloaded. Overall, the software stays close to stock Android and is stable. It also feels very fast with apps opening up quick with little to no lag. Now there's one small area that we haven't yet talked about, and that's the camera. The 16-megapixel rear shooter on the Canvas Knight is very good. It can take some amazing pictures with accurate colors. It also retains quite a lot of detail. The 8-megapixel front shooter is pretty competent too. Though it lacks the autofocus capabilities, it can still be used to shoot some great selfies. The camera UI is pretty straightforward and includes quite a few features including GIF animation, 3D panorama and object eraser. While the front cam can do only 720p video, the rear camera is capable of shooting 1080p videos at 30 frames per second, and it does a decent job at that. The Canvas Night is mostly a great device, but there are a few cons too. Now let's take a look at that. Number 1. The games that I mentioned as included on the website are actually demos. Okay, this is a pet peeve of mine. I hate misleading information, but it's not a huge deal, so moving on. Number 2. Lack of NFC. Again, not a huge deal here in India, but still on a phone that you pay 20,000 rupees for, it is expected. Number 3. The lack of any mention of protection. Micromax makes no mention of Gorilla Glass or any other kind of protection for both the glass on the front and back. But if it's any consolation, they do ship a basic case with the phone. Number 4. 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. With even most low-end phones from big name brands coming with KitKat out of the box, 4.2.2 seems a little dated by comparison. Now adding to that Micromax's pathetic history of updating phones, this seems to be something to keep in mind before deciding to buy the Night. Number 5. The lack of a secondary noise cancelling microphone. Given that we've been seeing secondary noise cancelling microphones included on phones that cost almost half as what the Night costs, this omission seems to be a little odd. Number 6. The biggest issue that I have with the Canvas Night, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth reception is not that great. Wi-Fi range is not that great, and as far as Bluetooth goes, I was not even able to listen to a single song with my Bluetooth headsets on the Canvas Night. There was a lot of interference, audio kept dropping out, and these issues can largely be attributed to the metal construction. Now yes, these are some basic issues with the Canvas Night, but these don't really take away the fact that this is a premium looking phone that performs very well and is priced very competitively. I would be happy to recommend this phone to anyone looking for a phone in this price range, but I would also make sure that I let them know about these shortcomings before they buy it, and I guess that's what I'm doing here. This is a great phone with a few mostly minor shortcomings. If you believe you can look past that, you're gonna enjoy the Micromax Canvas Night. So that's just me. What do you guys think? Do you think Micromax's premium Canvas Night is a phone worth getting? Or do you think it's overpriced? Or do you think any of these cons are deal breakers for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So I guess that pretty much wraps up this review. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And for more videos like these, make sure you stay subscribed. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon in the next one. Till then, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.